Give me just a few minutes and I will share 9 powerful techniques that make any story captivating and unforgettable. Trust me, these tips can seriously level up your storytelling game. Hey, Arthur here. Welcome to Movavi vlog, and right now it's a beautiful spring morning outside. I've got a steaming cup of coffee next to me and I'm super excited to spill all my favorite secrets about storytelling. Let's face it, if your story doesn't hook people from the get-go, they will scroll away in no time. So let's make sure that never happens. Buckle up and let's dive in. It's all about giving people a little backstory before you dive into the main events. The biggest mistake newbies make is jumping straight to what happened without any setup. So the viewer ends up confused. Picture this, you're telling a friend how you decided to change your career. You could just say, one day I quit my job and start making YouTube videos. But that sounds random, right? A better lead-in would be something like, back in college, I noticed I was drawn to creative projects. A few years into work in a typical office job, I finally realized it was time for a change. Now we get why your decision wasn't out of nowhere. That's the power of context. Same thing goes for describing locations. If you want people to feel pulled into your story from the very first moment, try not to rely too heavily on past tense. If you fill your story with, I did this, I went there, that happened, can feel like you're reading off a checklist. It's way more exciting to talk like everything's happening right now. If you say, I add the clip to my timeline and Movavi video editor automatically adjusts everything to fit, the viewer feels like they're right there with you in the present moment. It's a little mental shift, but it makes a huge difference in how people engage with your story. Yes, facts are important for any story, but if you only serve up cold, hard data, your story will fall flat. Instead, show us what's going on in your head. Give us the character's thoughts. Imagine the difference between, I didn't know how to create a cinematic transition versus, I'm starting at an empty scene thinking, how do I make this transition look cinematic? Then I open the effects tab and instantly spot the perfect option. When you let us in on those inner musings, the story feels way more alive and personal. Oh, and speaking of making things come alive, here's something that always adds extra spark. Effects from Movavi. And guess what? With Movavi, you can test drive over 6,000 effects totally free for 7 days. We're talking transitions, filters, stickers, animations, the works, all the stuff you need to give your content that special touch. Just sign up for a monthly subscription to Movavi Video Editor. With this trial access to Movavi Effects library, it only takes a few seconds and you get all the premium goodies. Even after your 7-day trial is up, you can keep using everything with your subscription. All the details are down below. Go check them out and let's keep those stories fresh and exciting. Ever wonder how to really color in your story so it pops off the screen? It's all about showing emotions, not just naming them. You don't just say, I was happy or they were scared. Sure, that gets the job done, but it's kind of flat, right? Instead, describe how those emotions appear in facial expressions or body language. For instance, instead of, I was pleased with how the video turned out, try something like, I hit export, leaned back in my chair, and watched the progress bar inch toward 100%. A little smile creeps onto my face. This video is finally done. Notice the difference. In the second version, can literally see you feeling satisfied. That's the sweet spot you want to aim for in your stories. Paint the emotion so the audience can feel it alongside you. Now here's a classic before and after example. Version 1. I told my friend that Movavi Video Editor is a great tool. Version 2. My friend asks, why is Movavi Video Editor better than other editors? I say it does 80% of the work for me. Check this out. Auto subtitles in a single click. Feel the difference. The second version pops because it's a dialogue. Now, you don't need to turn your story into Shakespearean play with endless lines of dialogue, but sprinkling in a quick snippet of direct speech here and there can make your audience feel like they are right there in the moment. Nobody loves conflict except good storytellers. Any story worth telling has at least a little intrigue or a hurdle to overcome. That's what keeps people curious and invested. Just highlight the moment where things didn't go perfectly. For example, compare I quickly figured out the color correction to I am fiddling with the exposure slider and suddenly the footage goes either blindingly bright or way too dark. I'm about to give up when I spot the auto enhance button, I click it and boom, the shot looks perfect. Even in a totally normal situation, you can find a small conflict that makes your story grab attention. Show the struggle, the near defeat, and the triumph, and you will have your audience rooting for you the entire way. Don't give away the big reveal right off the bat. Instead, lead your audience there step by step. Layer in your details, hint at something cool to come, and then deliver the crucial point when they're fully primed to appreciate it. I could just flat out say, Movavi speeds up my editing process, but that's kind of dull. Way more intriguing is something like, first I thought video editing would take me forever. Then I tried Movavi Video Editor and my workflow basically went into fast forward. See how you're slowly building up curiosity before dropping the conclusion. Keeping a few aces up your sleeve until the end makes your story a lot more compelling. And if you want to keep people engaged all the way through, try painting word pictures with simple metaphors and vivid comparisons. Plain facts might work in a boardroom meeting, but in a story, you want your viewers to see what you're describing in their mind. Instead of Movavi Video Editor makes editing easy, bring it to life with something like editing with Movavi Video Editor feels like putting together a puzzle where the pieces are already arranged for you. All you have to do is pick your favorite colors and snap them into place. The biggest mistake you can make is wrapping up with a weak throwaway line. That leaves people feeling meh and can tank the excitement you've built so far. The best finales either teach your viewers something meaningful or leave them pleasantly surprised. If you're telling the story of how you made a video, don't just finish with, and that's how I edited it. Instead, go for something a bit more cinematic. I take one last look, hit export, and watch the progress bar creep to 100%. A moment later, it's uploaded to YouTube, and now I'm refreshing the page, waiting for those first comments to roll in. Way more satisfying, right? Sure, there are tons more techniques I use myself and see other creators pulling off in their own work, but if you master these 9, you will be in great shape to keep your audience glued to every second of your story. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and ideas, and definitely check out Movavi Video Editor through the link in the description. Happy storytelling!